Hi, Aries. This is going to be your October 2020 month-long prediction. It is good for the sun, rising moon, and Venus sign of Aries. I love doing monthly forecasts at the beginning of each month. It gives us a really good chance to see what the month will look like as a whole and give you a chance to correct or change course if you see something you're uncomfortable with. But your reading looks great. I was really excited by your reading, Aries, and the oracle messages that came out. Just keep in mind it's a general reading, so it might not resonate with all of you. Cross watchers, you're free to check in on an Aries through this reading to see what's going on in their world, especially if you're connecting to one. If you'd like a private reading with me, the link to my website is in the description below. I love reading for your sign because I'm a Libra. I'm right across the wheel from you. I feel a strong sense of obligation to my Aries brothers and sisters. So I'm excited to do this reading for you. Aries, you got two kings, two queens. You are definitely in your energy with the Fool. And I have two aces and the World for you and a 10 of Pentacles. I think it's going to be, I woke up this morning and I knew it was time to read for you guys. I'm excited for you. I feel like this is going to be a month of maybe trying new things, and maybe even juggling a lot of stuff at once, trying to work on family, your pentacle realm, personal development, getting all your ducks in a row. This is going to be a month of doing, and I think some of you are going to try new things. Some of you might be considering going back to school or starting a new job. A new relationship might be coming into focus for you as well. And you're in your energy with the Queen of Wands and the Fool here. The catalyst overall message for the month is Spider Spirit. Make your dreams real. This will be a month, Aries, of weaving your web of dreams into reality. I think you guys are going to be doing a lot of planning. You've been doing a lot of dreaming about something. October will be about meticulously spinning this web so that you are prepared for any prey that comes your way. And, when the resources come in, you have that web ready. I think it'll be a month. Some of you, because Earthworm is here in reverse, some of you are thinking about creating something very new in your life with two aces and the Fool. I think you have high expectations because the catalyst or the challenge is the 10 of Pentacles. But I think some of you are going to be feeling a little shy about it. I love Earthworm energy. It's Earth energy. Earthworm is shy and hesitant. It's very different from Spider energy. Spiders can be shy and hesitant, but they are quick and stealthy. And they make their own dreams a reality. They're very much like the Magician, which is one of your cards. They work alone, they work well, but spiders also sometimes work in a community as well. So you might be experiencing like going back to school or a new job or moving or a new group of friends. I think you might be feeling kind of new in a situation, or perhaps you're connecting to someone that is. I love the message of this card. We have all felt the woes of the earthworm at some point along the way. The earthworm indicates a newbie or a novice working to establish confidence in a new field. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember that once they felt earthworm energy too. This card is a reminder not to be intimidated or lose hope. Mastery takes time. You're on the right track. Besides, rumor has it, a beginner's mind offers the most valuable insights. And when he's balanced and in the upright, he's earnest and intelligent, and he knows even though he's new at something, that practice makes perfect, and that it's okay to feel like a novice or a newbie in a situation, but he's not intimidated or loses hope. It came in the reverse, which tells me you guys might be feeling a little self-conscious or apprehensive about whatever dream you're trying to weave into reality. To bring this into balance, speak up and even risk a little bit of embarrassment. I think that in October, you guys will hesitate about something in your life. Like, can I make my dreams come true? Can I go back to school? Can I start this relationship? Can I start this new job? This is all new to me. You will be feeling kind of new in October in some way. Or again, maybe you're connecting to someone that feels this way. And you might have a hard time with communication because you're embarrassed to tell the truth, or maybe someone else is, or you feel like other people around you that are more experienced or more valuable than you. Not true. They were beginners once too, those wise, experienced people. And keep in mind that the earthworm has the energy of someone that's new, so they bring valuable insight that maybe someone that's been doing something a really long time is sort of jaded to see at this point. So keep that in mind with that energy. I wanted to talk to the solar system this month for you guys, and you got the energy of Pisces. I also have a card of Pisces in your environment, so there may be a Pisces in the environment. This card did come in the reverse, but I don't usually read this deck in reversals. Um, so perhaps a Pisces is exiting your life. Some of you might be on the cusp as well. This is advice to you from this constellation and from your brothers and sisters in Pisces. The energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate, and forgiving. It confuses and softens resolve. And I do notice that I have a King of Cups as your advice and your crowning thought, who is also very compassionate. So that tells me that you might face some situations where you're having a hard time speaking up. You're hoping that you haven't woven yourself a web that you're going to get snagged in or caught in. You want it to be productive. Webs are supportive. So you might feel like you're doing something all on your own and you're feeling insecure and new. Your guides are saying be wistful and compassionate. Focus on forgiveness. It confuses and softens resolve. And resolve is about being stubborn. This month is not a month to be stubborn. It's definitely, you have king and queen energy here on the table. So it's definitely a month to be creating a loving environment, but also a passionate environment, a smart and factual environment, but also a loving and compassionate environment. So if you get into situations that feel sticky or you have a hard time communicating, go the route of Pisces this month, okay? Or it could just simply mean a Pisces is coming into your life. I did drop two cards of out of the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle deck, in particular for relationships, romantic, family, close friendships, important relationships. It could pertain to one specific relationship or all of them. Use your own discernment. And I got two very different cards, illusions and euphoria. Illusions are clouded judgment, unbalanced, skewed. Notice his head's kind of in a fog. But also euphoria, chasing thrills, joy, and laughter. So, for some of you, I think this is a person around you that's clouding your judgment. I love euphoria in relationships, chasing thrills, joy, and laughter. It is important to have fun. Make sure that you're not connecting to a person who's just a thrill chaser, or understand that when we do chase the thrills, that will plateau and that adrenaline rush will wear off. It might be a very euphoric month because coming into your environment is the Ace of Wands and the Two of Cups. So this could be a new relationship brewing, or you suddenly feel a really strong heart to heart connection with even a friend or a job or a new career path or something that you feel like has a lot of growth potential. It makes you feel really good. It will make you feel somewhat euphoric, possibly. It's important to not have clouded judgment. Something might be skewed or unbalanced. Try to bring balance into your life and balance out the relationships with other things. But it might also help you guys a little bit to bring some joy and laughter. Aries, you guys can be very serious sometimes. You are our leaders. You kick off the zodiac wheel. And while you are at once innovative and fun and passionate, sometimes you guys can get really intense. So you might need some joy and laughter. I'm seeing a little bit of back and forth, like high highs and not low lows here. This isn't like shattered in euphoria. Just watch for clouded judgment and skewed opinions. There might be some illusions at play. You might have a hard time speaking up, and it might even challenge your ability to be compassionate and forgiving. So they're kind of like warning or protection messages for you. At the center of it all for you this month, Aries, is the Queen of Pentacles, and the challenge or the catalyst is the Ten of Pentacles. This looks like family, long-term commitment kind of energy. The Queen of Pentacles is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. It's often a wife, a mother, or a married woman. The Queen of Pentacles is very focused on personal development. So it'll be a month to really focus on taking a very practical approach in your life. You feel as though you need to. You will need to be nurturing. You will need to focus on providing financially. She's often a working parent. She has a lot of obligations to uphold. And she is very giving and caring and concerned. Taking that practical approach this month, boss lady, that's important to you. And the catalyst or the challenge is the Ten of Pentacles. So this could have to do with marriage, long-term commitment, family, possibly money. When the Ten of Pentacles comes out, this is your karmic empire. So family will be a focus. Equal contribution from yourself and everyone in your household will be a focus. Financial security and wealth, and in particular, long-term success. I also heard the minute I saw these two cards I heard very faintly wedding dress. So some of you are thinking about getting married or family. You might even be planning for it. Possibly. What's driving you guys? The Queen of Wands and the Knight of Swords. Two different kinds of energies here with the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. I'm forever telling people that these two queens approach their life somewhat differently, and each has its merits, and you can do both. Some of you are trying to claim some independence. The Queen of Wands can be a great mother or a great father or a great husband or wife or even friend. But she is very confident and very passionate and magnetic. She will often put her dreams and her pursuits first. I think you're feeling pretty courageous and determined. Some of you are having a social activation. You might feel like somewhat of a social butterfly, or you want to be practical and you're considering long-term financial stability and family in your life. But at the same time, you are not going to give up that Aries energy of this Queen of Wands. So, and maybe even wanting some independence. This Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords always talks to me about needing to take a risk and going out on a limb. Now, these two cards together could suggest a little bit of temper or someone who has some biting words, not harsh words, but the Queen of Wands means what she says and she's not messing around. And the Knight of Swords will go rushing right in and can be a little sharp tongue. It's very hard to match a Knight of Swords with words, but he's very brave and very direct, and he's a hero in his own life, and he's a leader. He'll seize the moment. He wants action. So I think you're feeling very driven and fast thinking. Watch out for racing thoughts and tunnel vision. Ambition is absolutely great. He will seize the moment and stop at nothing. He also knows that sometimes the Knight of Swords feels a little out of his league, but he knows that he has to take a risk and go out on a limb or he'll miss an opportunity. So I love this energy for you. I think you're going to be very driven, fast thinking. Watch your temper, watch for sharp words, because I mean, I understand this energy because I read for fire signs all day long, and I see this and shrug and go, yeah, and that's totally Aries. That might be a little much for other people. So be careful with your words, because your advice is to be more Piscean, and the King of Cups is coming out as well. But I love that's what's driving you. Some of you are like entrepreneurs. This might be a business partnership as well. Yeah, just make sure you don't have tunnel vision and watch for racing thoughts. But if they go in a good direction and you can channel them and make them productive, you can get to this long-term stability and this treasure chest overflowing of success and that financial stability. My concern is that I was reading on the upright and the Eight of Pentacles flipped into the reverse for you. So, and I see the connection here between the Knight of Swords in particular and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So we'll talk about that when we get to it. Recent past and deep within, or deep within. Four of Cups and Eight of Cups. There has been something that's disappointed you that you've needed to walk away from and leave behind, or perhaps someone else did that with you. Eight cups is a lot of cups to walk away from. You know, in tarot, we go from the ace to the 10. So 2 cups away from 10. There have been some things that perhaps you or another person you were closely connected to, or a situation you were closely connected to. There have been disappointments, some abandonment, withdrawal, escapism even, and that maybe left you or the person you were connecting to kind of sitting and emotionally reevaluating. Some of you maybe thought about walking away from something, a relationship, a job, something that you were very attached to emotionally. But I think that maybe you thought the grass was greener on the other side, or it's something you just couldn't get off your mind. I'm seeing that there's definitely something you've needed to walk away from, or at least put behind you, or someone you're connecting to needs to put behind them. Someone might still be hanging on to it emotionally, or this is just you thinking, I really want to make my emotional dreams come true, but I don't want to give up this foundation of support. The fours are, they make four corners of a foundation. So you're like, I don't know if I can move here. You know, you have to walk away from something, which is why I like your advice. Your advice is the King of Cups to the Ace of Swords. Some of you are connecting to a water sign. I have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But of course, you don't necessarily have to be connecting to those zodiac signs. Your guides are saying to you, stick to the truth, stick to the facts. Um, the Ace of Swords is about knowing the truth and having a new idea. Operate out of a place of mental clarity, take action, and focus on thoughts that will bring success and bring breakthroughs. You need a new idea. This is an aha moment. The Ace of Swords is where we cut through the truth and have an aha moment. The King of Cups tells us to be very emotionally balanced, compassionate, and diplomatic. Watch for moodiness, watch for being hedonistic in some way emotionally. Sometimes the King of Cups can be very hedonistic. He drinks a lot, he eats a lot, he likes a lot of sex. He connects to his heart through his body. Very emotional energy here. For some of you, you're connecting to a person and you're saying, I know that they love me, but they're a little detached with the King of Swords here. Or perhaps you're saying, I have to be very loving and compassionate and diplomatic, but I can't gush. I still have a kingdom to rule here. I just need to stick to the facts and stick to the truth. Some of you are moving towards a water sign, perhaps. In particular, Cancer is what I'm hearing, or Pisces. What's coming in for you, though, is the Ace of Wands and the Two of Cups. This is beautiful. So a passionate new beginning with no delays, a lot of growth potential, and a strong heart-to-heart connection. This looks like a great conversation with yourself in the mirror, where you decide, I do have to take a risk in my life. I do have to make my dreams come true. I don't care if I'm a newbie. I'm an Aries. I'm a badass. I can walk away from my past and stop emotionally reevaluating it. I can definitely be practical, but I have to have this conversation to get it off the ground. So I definitely see you guys moving into a direction where you're going to start something new in your life out of October into November that does light you up and excite you, and you feel a strong emotional connection to this person or this new thing in your life as well. It's just important to stick to the facts and actually take action and communicate from the truth and be very compassionate and emotionally diplomatic. And if someone around you challenges that, and they might, with illusions and needing to soften your resolve and feeling shy and afraid to speak up, and the spider that does weave a web, you want to make sure you weave a web that will bring the long-term stability. And you continue. I'm seeing you need to bring a lot of balance because I have earth, air, fire, and water on the table for you. Yeah. And needing to leave something behind that you've just been sitting on your ass about for a while. So, yeah, I can see that you really want to just go for it here. Or maybe it's stressing you out and you feel a little pushed. The way you see yourself, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse to the Fool. I had been reading all in the upright. This card flew into the reverse and your guide said, let it stay. Here you are in your energy. I have two aces and a Fool here. So you see yourself as the Fool. You see yourself as carefree, lighthearted, taking a leap of faith, not at all tied down, knowing you have to have the beginner's mindset. Here's that earthworm card. You kind of might feel like a newbie. Some of you are beating yourself up a little bit, like, I'm not focused, I'm not tied down, and maybe I've been working on things for the wrong reasons, or maybe I've been really, some of you are very done and uninspired by what you're doing with your daily routine and work. You go to work every day and you're like, why am I doing this? You want to focus more on self-development. Don't expect perfection out of yourself. And if you have at all been kind of a silly little fool and not been productive, that's okay. Get centered with the Queen of Pentacles here. But some of you, I think, are leaving behind a situation and taking a leap of faith into something brand new. It might even just feel effortless. That might be what this is about. Some of you really want to start at the beginning of something and just test the waters here before you know how much work you can put into it. Again, don't expect perfection out of yourself. This suggests being a little bit of a slave to your routine. Practice does make perfect. If you're having a hard time with the repetitive tasks, or trying something new in your life where you do feel a little foolish, that's okay. Have that beginner's mindset and, leave the past behind. It might involve a risk, but I think it might light you up too. In the environment, this is either a person around you or this is your response to your environment. I've got the Page of Pentacles and the Hangman. Now, if this is a person around you, they could be a Pisces. They could be focused on a Pisces in some way, possibly, maybe, or they could be an earth sign. This could be, first of all, the Page of Pentacles can sometimes be a child, or it can be a manifestation and a financial opportunity or a skill development, like starting a new job, going back to school. For a relationship, this person may want to casually explore this with you. The Page of Pentacles is kind of casual. Sometimes it has a package to deliver or a communication, but you're kind of paused. This person or you yourself are in a situation where you're a little uncomfortable and you need to surrender and let some things go and see if a sacrifice can be made. I could say that this person's kind of hung up on you, but I think if it's a person around you, they're intentionally suspending themselves so they can try to see something from a new point of view. There's something they need to let go of and see it in a different way. And they're in the middle of wanting to develop something, or you are. And that may or may not have any real effect on you. But I notice in the environment is a page, and you're trying to get into this Queen of Pentacles energy that takes care of herself and other people, and who's very mature and grounded and practical, hardworking as well, fast thinking, driven with this Queen of Wands. So this person might need a minute of some kind. Don't expect perfection out of yourself or them. And if it's a new career path or school or something like that, watch your schedule and your routine. But I love the Fool for you because you are the Fool. Aries is the Fool, or like Gemini, Libra, or Sag. In your emotions, hopes and fears, Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands. I've got three twos here. So this month will be a month of balance and synthesis. That's what the twos are about, is bringing things into balance. Some of you are going to be like, I only have two pentacles to rub together. Can I really make this work? Or am I making enough room in my life for emotions and relationships? I think you're going to be practically figuring something out in the 3D, because the Two of Pentacles is like, okay, what do I do? How do I bring this into balance? You're going to feel like you're juggling a lot. You might be afraid of being juggled in a situation, in a relationship, because you really want the heart-to-heart connection. And you might be worried that someone doesn't have time for you and you feel a strong mutual attraction to them. But I'm reading this all as you, Aries. You have two roads in front of you. You need to hold still and discover more before you pick a path and move forward. And you're going to have to be adaptable and flexible. October will be a month of flexibility and adaptability. Time management will be a thing for you, and figuring out the best path to move forward. I think you're going to be like, well, if I do it this way, this will happen. And if I do it this way, this will happen. I see you guys really trying to take a practical approach here with the Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, but also with the Two of Wands and the Queen of Wands. It's like, how confident am I in this situation? How much independence can I gain? How much of my own passion can I put into it? How determined am I here? I think you're going to pause a little bit and figure it out, because you do want to dream something into reality here. You want to make these dreams come true. I think you might just be feeling a little shy and hesitant. So I think you're going to pause and figure it out. What we're ending on in October, 3 cards came out. I only wanted 2, but 3 did come out. King of Swords, the Moon, the 5 of Wands. So some of you will pull back by the end of the month and say, okay, I really do have to be somewhat detached and smart about this. I'm a little emotionally insecure moving forward. Things are not quite as they seem for me. I need to cut through illusion and any feelings of heightened intuition that make me feel somewhat emotional or insecure. And there might be some tension in your environment that you have to deal with. Again, more Pisces energy here. I have two cards of Pisces here with the Hangman and the Moon. Um, this could have to do with a group dynamic. There could be tension between you and just one person or a group of people. Try to be part of the solution and not part of the problem. This King of Swords does seem kind of detached. You might be a little confused by someone else in your environment this month, Aries. You might think this could be a person that you're attaching yourself to that's making you feel somewhat insecure and confusing you, and there's tension. And you might be worried that there's competition from other people, and you're like, I don't get it. I know that they love me. Let their actions prove to you how they feel about you, and let your actions prove to others how you feel about them. This King of Swords does want authority, and he does want to be in control. He has very high standards. He does have clarity. But watch out that you're not dealing with a person or a situation where there are some games being played. That might be the clouded judgment and skewed. But I do have the World here at the bottom of the deck. So something is coming to an end. You just might have to take the lead and be very smart and detached while also being loving and balanced. Whenever a King of Swords, whenever any of these court cards come into our lives and they're another person, the advice of tarot is to flip the script and you be the King of Swords in balanced, in a total balance, and you be the King of Cups in balance, and the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. I think you're going to wear a lot of hats this month, or you'll be challenged by these different people in your life. You stick to the truth, okay? You have high standards, and take authority of yourself, but you can't control anybody else but yourself. This might just be a person around you that's confusing you or is confused by you. I do notice this King of Swords is kind of looking down here at this Queen of Pentacles. So cut through to whatever this clouded judgment or illusions could be. This could also be the euphoria where we're living in kind of a dream about something. Make sure you're operating out of a place of clarity and see yourself or other people for who they really are. Don't be afraid to get out there and try something, even if you have to be a little detached. The Five of Wands is about change, a little bit of conflict and loss. There might be some disagreements. There might be some tension. There might be some diversity between yourself and others. Just remember, you don't live in an echo chamber. You want to be part of a solution and not part of a problem. There might just be some illusion moving forward and tension that maybe you don't want to deal with or someone else doesn't want to deal with. So just watch for that. Bring the Pisces energy in. And the world is at your fingertips. I have the Fool and the World and two aces. So cycles closing out and cycles beginning for you, Aries. It's definitely time to make your dreams real and not sit on them anymore. Don't be afraid to be new or shy in a situation. Don't be embarrassed ever to fail, okay? Someone else might need you to pull them along as well, and with these king and queen energy. It's definitely your time to shine and to also be compassionate. Don't forget that compassion this month while you're making your dreams come true. I think the compassion's coming in because you're going to have some tension that might confuse you. Cut through to the truth the way the King of Swords and this Ace of Swords would. Yeah. Okay, Aries, so that's your October prediction. I hope it resonates with you and I hope it helps you. Book a private reading with me if you want to work with me personally. The link to my website's in the description below. I hope you guys have a great month. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Aries. Take care of yourselves. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.